Okay, my apologies. So hello everyone. Welcome to this closing ceremony, EVO 2022. I'm so excited to be here with you. And I'm here with Nelly Deutsch and with the rest of our team. Christine Bauer-Mazzani will be talking about what will happen in TESOL towards the end, and Nelly and I will lead you through this presentation.
Just want to say that if you stick to the end, there is a survey form, and if you fill it out, you'll be able to get a certificate for attending.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's absolutely great. Yes. Okay, so this is our lovely team of coordinators, as you can see on the screen. You've met a lot of us, I think, in the in various sessions. Now, those of you who have presented, moderators who have presented, we have the same rules. Unfortunately, yes, because we have so many sessions. I mean, it's not unfortunately. You will have a 2-minute counter to say everything you have to say. So I suggest that today you focus on, well, how did it go? I mean, how was it for you? What was the experience like? If this was your first, EVO session, how did it feel? If it was your, I don't know, 10th, how did it feel this time? Anyway, this is just the first page. We have 2 pages of sessions. Yeah, the second page is here. So you can see we will be going through these sessions one by one. Okay, so I think we have the 11 recurring sessions. Some of them have been recurring for a long time. Moodle for Teachers, Nelly, how old is it? It's very old.
It just finished 10 years, so it's still young.
Ah, yes, of course you're young. You're not. Okay, so we also have some very, very old friends like Flipped Learning, Minecraft, Teaching Young Learners, etc. So all these 11 sessions, yes, and we have 8 new sessions which are here with us for the first time. You can see us here, see them here, and okay. So I think we can start with the first session, Nelly. So do we have Maha or Aya here today to talk about? It's the usual routine, so the timer is set to 2 minutes. I'm sorry, but we have lots and lots of sessions, so it's the only way to get to the end in a reasonable amount of time. So do we have the assessment people? Maha or Aya?
Maha, if you're here, you can unmute yourself and open your video if you like. And whenever you're ready, I'll just hit that. Is she here? I don't think so. At least I didn't see her.
I don't see her name.
Okay, thank you, Nagla, for keeping an eye there. All right, so let's go on to the next one.
Yeah, let's move on. Classroom-based research, another one that's been with us for a while. Mariana, Ruben, or anybody else from this very large team? No.
Okay, in that case, we'll go on. And
sorry, I think I see Sudhakar, if he's willing to.
No, he's Sudhakar. I don't think he's on that. Oh,
his name is,
okay.
yeah.
He's there.
If he wants to say something, yeah.
Of course. So many hellos in the chat.
All right, so let's go on and then we'll come back.
Yeah. Okay, delivering best practices in distance and blended learning. Well, that's our Christine. So, Christine, would you like to talk about your session, or will somebody else? No, Christine is definitely here. No?
Christine is here and she will present.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
So
So-
whenever we're ready, I'll just
Mhm.
click the timer, but we have,
Yeah, Christine is here, but for some reason she's muted. I mean, I see her.
Christine, can you unmute yourself maybe, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I
She's unmuted.
finally managed to
Yes.
click the
Okay.
right
All right.
button.
We don't
Okay.
see you though, but that's
Oh,
okay.
let me see if I can turn my video on. Yep, there we go.
Okay, there.
We
So
see
whenever
you,
you're ready,
yes.
I'll turn the
Sorry
timer.
about that. Okay, so I'm glad to be with everyone here. Okay, and the timer is running. Thank you. So our session was delivering best practices in distance and blended courses. And we had 6 moderators for the session, and you can see their names right here. And this worked out very well because each week we had a lot of posts. We had to evaluate assignments, and we had to assess revisions as they were submitted. We had 151 registrants. The majority of them were classroom teachers. We had a good number of teacher trainers as well, and university professors, as well as school administrators and a few other jobs. There were 28 countries participating from 6 continents, which was very great. Europe, Asia, South America, North America, Africa, and 1 Australia. From those 151 participants, about 25 of them participated regularly in the sessions, in the weeks and our discussions. And our discussions included copyright rules and plagiarism, which is now, again, a topic being discussed in TESOL. And about 20 participants submitted assignments. Of those 20, we had 8 finalists who finished their session project and received a certificate of participation. These 8 finalists completed 3 rounds of assignments and revisions to establish their own module in Canvas following best practices for a distance or blended course. And we had live sessions and Flipgrid recordings from those 8. So that's all. We had a wonderful session and we'll repeat it in 2023.
Great. Yeah. Designing materials for business English teaching. Now Sue is here, I know for sure. She said hello to me just a minute ago.
We decided that we would look at a variety of teaching materials and how we could make it faster for teachers to actually produce things for their classes. So what we did was we started with participant numbers of 258, which looked huge, but actually most of them took part, which was really interesting. I always expect you get some that will lurk, but they didn't. And this morning when I had a look, before finishing, there were already 128 people posting. So I think there's going to be quite a big number in that group that come through. We looked at a variety of different things on different weeks. Again, we looked at dyslexia in students and how we could change things around to make it easier for people who had dyslexia in our classrooms. And some of our teachers actually were able to go and put that into effect immediately in their classrooms. So that was really useful. And we had a show and tell yesterday where we asked people what they'd learned, what they used, what they produced themselves. and it was amazing. They were so happy with trying out new things for their students online, and the students were really appreciative of people trying different things that they had never really thought about testing out before. We then asked them how they'd got on overall, and everybody was very complimentary. They were happy with the moderating team, and they really liked the fact that some of the moderators were in other parts of the world, so that when some people were asleep, other people were awake helping. So it worked out really well. And there we go, right up to my minute.
Yep. I hope you deliver it next year again. Okay. Developing learning habits. Oh, that's Nelly. Nelly.
I don't know if anyone is here, just feel free to unmute yourself, whether you're a participant or a facilitator, a co-moderator. That would be great. First of all, everybody had the same comments, which was one of the comments that the person who came up with this idea, who is Sushita, and that was scared at the beginning. Everybody seemed to say, we thought it was going to be so scary and difficult. And then we just got into it and they loved it. And I think that's one of the things that we find with our students too, that, you know, sometimes they're overwhelmed by the platform, especially if it's fully online, or by, you know, the physical classroom, looking at each other and so on. But once they give it a chance, or once they feel welcome, they manage to get a lot out of it. And I'm really happy because it wasn't an easy session. I mean, learning about developing learning habits is a huge topic, but we found a way, and the way was to get the participants engaged in fun activities, and that seemed to work. So this is something that I'm going to pass on. And that was creating Quizlets with the terms, reading in such a way that you could collaborate with others, annotating, asking questions on the text, because there was a lot of reading involved, and also playing your Kahoot, your Quizlet and your Kahoot. So they created Quizlet study sets in a classroom. We had a community classroom for Quizlet, and then they created Kahoot questions, which helped them understand the content through the questions. And then they played. And the fact that they played their own games, they had to learn the material and play. And they had a lot of fun with that, trying to compete to see who was first. We had a list of terms. I didn't turn that's not fair. I didn't turn my cell phone. So I'm going to stop right here. I forgot to.
Never mind. You didn't.
All right. Anyways, it was really, really exciting. And I'm glad that that we did it, that we had this session. And I'm looking forward to having it next year.
Of course. Now, if I may say so, Sushita, who you, as you say, I remember her from last year, and she was a little bit insecure. She has grown so much, and this is what I love about EVO. I mean, I haven't attended the session, but I did lead her through the moderator session. So it's lovely to see people grow, isn't it?
Yes, but unfortunately, there were a lot of people that were sick with COVID during the session, a lot.
Yes.
Including the moderators.
Yes.
You know. So
yes.
I'm really sorry about that.
In my school, a lot of students have unenrolled. So yes, Minecraft. Okay. So do we have Vance?
Oh,
do we have?
Can I share my screen?
Yes, please, Jane.
Okay. But I'm not allowed to share screen.
Oh. But you came in later. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
Nellie's the.
Sorry. Okay, you can do it now. But you have to stop.
Thank you. Oops.
I'll have to stop.
But the other,
have the timer either. So,
timer.
Kind of problematic.
Timer works, except when
I still can't share.
Yeah, because it's going to mess up. But that's okay. Let's mess it up.
Let's mess up.
Yeah, let's mess it up. Go ahead. Speak as long as you want. Word.
Hello, everybody. My husband
hi.
Vance was supposed to present. He wanted to talk tonight, but he came down with a sudden fever. Hope it's nothing serious.
Fingers
so Jane
crossed.
and I will talk, and I think Jane has some things to share with us.
Thank you. Our EVO Minecraft session this year, we had a one-day conference on language learning held in Minecraft, and it's the first time ever that we did it, and it was very successful. This was the poster, and we're really thankful to Vance and Bobby here for recording and facilitating all the presentations. And this is the opening session, and then we went into Visti regular monthly get together as one of the presentations in exploring Lush Cave, and this is one of the builds. USS Dakota by one of our past moderator. And what was really interesting was the part that James York from LLP session, who led a discussion on LLP in Minecraft, and we sat together in Minecraft and talked about how Minecraft can be used for language learning and had a debate on just play or incorporating pedagogy. This is Vance documents everything, and also several presenters from Japan, and Alton Burns presented. Heike presented Excalibur EU-funded project, and there were several other presentations from Europe, and I did one myself analyzing Minecraft activities for language learning, and these are all online on Vance's YouTube channel, and it's documented here for everybody to take a look. Thank you. Anything to add, Bobby?
No, like you said, that Vance, he has recorded almost 24 sessions that we did. And, basically we were there to help people. We had help desks. We signed up for slots and would hang out. Sometimes we had an adventure in mind, and sometimes we were just there to let people know that we're there and what would you like to do. And people would show up and say, I don't know how to build a house. I don't know how to do this. And we were there to help them. So I think that it was a really good sessions, and we really enjoyed it. And I think that the people who participated did too. And we want to thank everyone who made it happen.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
So it is, flipped learning, an oldie but a goodie. So who do we have from flipped learning?
I'm here.
Yeah. Hi.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Talking about COVID, and I got it this week. So.
Oh, this week you have it now.
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling all right.
So if anybody else is here, I think Mike is here. Feel free to unmute your microphones and collaborate. Well, flip learning, it's been a recurrent session since long ago now in EVO now. This year we had 73 participants. Out of those, some of teachers would participate in a continuous way during the weeks. We had an addition this year, and it was SOFLA. So Helene was with us the last Sunday for the live session, and it was very interesting because participants got to see her and got to see how the SOFLA was implemented throughout the flip learning. We hope that we can keep doing that collaboration with her. We still need to talk to her about it, but I think it was a good implementation, and it was a good call because it refreshed somehow the session this year. Participants, even though out of the 73, the teachers, like the 73 wouldn't participate, I think that the quality of the participations and the teachers that we have and the variety that we have was very interesting. We have teachers that were also teachers in charge of other teachers, coordinators, and we had a teacher with kids with special needs. So that gave somehow ideas for us for the session next year and what other elements we can bring into the session.
This is the sort of session that just keeps growing and developing.
And changing over time and changing and developing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
It was a good experience.
So
yeah. Well, Diana, get well soon. Get well soon. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you that it goes quickly. And you're welcome. Nagla.
Hi, everyone. Yeah. Hi. All right. So this was Grammar for TESOL's third session. And we've had, I'm happy to report, quite a busy session this year. Around 70 participants registered for G4T, which I think shows teachers' interest in pursuing this aspect of language learning and teaching. The level of activity varied as we proceeded into the session, but we had a group of superstars from various parts of the world and a variety of teaching contexts. We're very passionate, consistently contributing, very keen on learning new methodologies and integrating new tools in their teaching. They completed all the required and optional tasks as well. And they enriched our discussions with very insightful responses. They shared materials and tips. They got to create grammar-related lesson plans and instructional materials. They got to share samples of error correction. And all the time they followed that up with a rationale of pedagogical considerations that went into what they had created. Everyone attended this group, everyone attended the live sessions, and they received all 5 weekly badges and certificates of completion, so congratulations. A huge thank you goes to my co-moderator Wata for his constant support and for always really diligently reviewing participants' work with me and adding his insightful contributions. So thank you, Wata. Looking forward to Grammar for TESOL for EVO 2023. Some participants have already expressed interest in joining us again next year. So we're quite excited already. Thank you very much.
Yeah, great. It's good to hear you will be back. But of course you will be back. It's an old session now. Yeah.
I made it on time. I was so scared of that.
Yeah, no. I even had time to add something at the end while your talk was still going, which is probably not fair. I'll try not to do it. But anyway, immersive building. Yeah, you made it on time, don't worry. So immersive building is next.
Hi, Natasha. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Can I share my screen? Can I share my screen real quickly? We've got some visuals.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Okay. Well, immersive building in virtual worlds and virtual reality. This year, with 150 participants and 10 moderators and 1 co-moderator, this has been kind of a record session for us. And immersive building in virtual worlds and virtual reality was the expression last year in summer that we chose. This year, we would have perhaps chosen immersive building in the metaverse. So we chose 4 different platforms, and let me introduce you to the moderators real quickly. What a beautiful group of real experts in virtual environments. So we chose 4 platforms to learn how to build. That was OpenSim, FrameVR, Mozilla Hubs, and AllSpace VR. And here are some visual expressions of these sessions. That's OpenSim. This was the bare piece of land, and the community project we started out was to be a Genation village. And this is the result. So we're totally and utterly stunned by the expressions with galleries and buildings and amazing amount of idioms. Here are some expressions, sort of visuals on the building workshops in OpenSim. Building idioms in OpenSim is especially appealing because the freedom to shape, and here we have, if you can guess the idioms, everyone, type in the text chat if you can guess the idioms, these three that I'm displaying here. We had building workshops in VR, and the interesting thing about VR is that it's now really, really modern in many respects because it runs on a desktop, but it's browser-based, which means no longer do we have to have difficult installations of software, signing up, people enter, and you can import 3D objects quite easily in these environments, images, etc. So we were blown away by the ease of use of some of the solutions. That doesn't include Allspace VR, which is still software-based and still very difficult to get in, and the Microsoft signing in process hasn't helped. But Mozilla Hub has equally impressed us greatly as to the variety and the ease of use, especially when it comes to importing 3D objects and moving 3D objects. Yeah, scenes are usually given by the platform. This is what Edunation in Frame VR looks like. We have now several residencies now in Second Life OpenSim, got some in frames, and we have a wiki. So thank you very much. That was it. And just to close with, you know, the participants are still engaged in the building challenge. In about 6 hours, we will see the end results of this building challenge. The 3 challenges, the language challenge, there's the space challenge, and then there is the challenge to create a gallery or an art exhibition of some sort. So they're still working on it, and we're looking forward to their results. It's been very encouraging.
Thank you, Heike. Yeah, this is really great. Okay, well, Ece wrote yesterday to say that neither she nor Ashley will be able to present, but they will be coming to Best of EVO TESOL. So they're not here today. So I think we can move on. Yep. Language teacher agency in the classroom, a new session.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our session was on language teacher agency in classrooms. In the first week, we had around 30 participants registered. They were all from different teaching contexts, but mainly from EFL contexts like Indonesia, India, China, Nepal, Brazil, Yemen, and Italy. A relatively smaller number of attendees participated in our weekly discussion board and also our optional live sessions on Saturday mornings. In each week, we cover different topics related to teacher agency and language teacher agency. We started with conceptualizations of teacher agency, and then we moved to the more practical and reflective aspects of the concepts. We invited our participants to apply the concept to their own teaching contexts. Specifically as activities, we shared multiple cases regarding teacher agency with our participants, and we invited them to identify problems in their current teaching contexts. We discussed how to enact agency when we had issues like large class size, lack of digital resources, and student motivation. And as a community, we brainstormed potential solutions to solve those problems. So for each week, our live session discussions were lively and insightful. Our participants shared their opinions, experiences, concerns, and also their short-term, long-term goals for their teaching. We, as the moderators, also learned a lot from them. So everything worked out very well, and it was a very good experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and we hope to see you next year.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely, yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, ludic language pedagogy. So we do we have James or Rose or who is going? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Okay, so yes, it was the first time for me running this. This is the first year of the LLP EVO. It was really fantastic. I enjoyed it a lot. The coursework was just about enough for each week that we did it, and I thank the mods for their time and help in designing the course. Participants came from many different contexts and countries, but I don't have the demographics right now. Basically, the mods really helped out helping the participants onboard the participants to the tools that we used, which were quite new for teachers, including Discord, and some teachers mentioned our innovative way of using Google Documents as a way to mark their progress was quite challenging, but the mods helped out there as well. So thanks again to the mods. The goal of the course was to get teachers to think about ludic, which is games and play, language, so what language skills and literacies we can teach, and pedagogy, so how we teach languages. And we did that once a week, a different topic each week. And finally, the final deliverable was for the teachers to create a ludic language pedagogy inspired lesson plan, which were really fantastic, shining examples of what a teacher can do with a playful activity, from games like Happy Families and Snap all the way up to Minecraft. So we had a whole range of activities that teachers made lesson plans around, and we introduced these lesson plans during the final session to show what the teachers have made. And then hopefully they're going to use those in their actual teaching contexts and get back to us on Discord and let us know how it goes. So yeah, a really fantastic session from us, and I'm really excited to see how they'll put their lessons into practice. And I think we'll definitely be back again next year. So yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, that's great, because I started, but I had to drop out. Then I lurked a little, and I'm definitely looking forward to coming back next year, because the discussions were so lively and you were all so attentive. So kudos. Okay, mentoring teacher research. Who do we have? We don't have anyone, I think, Nelly. Yes. Nelly, this one is yours. Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do everything together, since the sessions are all on the same platform, and that is Moodle for Teachers. There were 7 sessions this year that I was involved in, and 1 session by Maha that was also on the platform. What was it like to moderate, facilitate, troubleshoot, you name it, since I'm also the admin of this Moodle site. So it was quite exciting as always, and 7 seemed to be a magic number. There were a lot of participants, at least the average was over 100 in each of these sessions. So we're talking about technology for spoken English, developing learning habits, tools for student collaboration, mindfulness awareness practice, video-based mobile learning, and Moodle for Teachers. Teaching EFL to young learners we will do separately later on. So I'm looking at these 6 sessions. I've talked about developing learning habits. They were basically, great. If I look at all of them, participants were very active in all the sessions. Some of them are here, so I'd love it if they just unmuted themselves and said a few words, but that's fine in case they're shy and don't want to speak in front of everybody. But the engagement, the tools, the aha moments, I take maybe technology for granted. I don't really, I'm used to it. So I get very excited when I see teachers or my students get excited about using the technologies, and statements like, oh, that was really a lot of fun. That was fun. I really had fun. I played around, I enjoyed it. So the tools were varied. They all had to have curation walls, and they had a choice, lots of choices among all the tools. It wasn't just one tool. There were collaborative tools. There were one-on-one tools. They had to create lesson plans with Moodle for teachers. They had to create courses, collaborative courses, individual courses, lots of activities, lots of engagements, lots of work on the moderator's part. And I think what's most important is the fact that teachers and students learn what it's like to get support. You know, the fact that teachers are patient is something that, you know, isn't taken lightly. So I think everyone appreciated the fact that everyone was there to help out. It was truly peer learning and lots of engagement, which I think is what EVO is all about. So I'm going to come back. I don't know how long that was, but that will include everything else, and come back to the rest of this so we can go through. So that's mindfulness. If anyone here wants to add anything, that's Moodle for Teachers.
Hello, Nelly.
Yes. Go
Hi,
ahead,
this is Maria. How are you?
Thank you. Somebody understood.
Hey, everyone.
Yes, speak. Yes, hi, Maria.
Okay, so what you said is exactly right. And the great thing about the courses was that you had the chance of like trying the different tools throughout the different tasks in whichever courses you were taking. So you kind of got a grasp of each of the tools and even got, I don't know, more knowledgeable about them. So that gives you confidence to give them a try in real life. So thank you for everything. It's true, the moderators were incredibly supportive, and that is always encouraging. So thank you for all.
Thank you, Maria. Okay, if anyone else, feel free to unmute yourself and speak. Yes.
Hi.
Thank
you. Hi, thank you, Nelly ma'am. And I totally agree with the statements of Maria. I really enjoyed the course. I enrolled in mindfulness awareness practice, and I learned a lot because you provide us so many different things in the course, and your never-ending support. And I really enjoyed and learned a lot from this course. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to add that it is amazing how Nelly can be everywhere at once and answer every comment and always have something creative and nice to say. By the way, I'm not done with mindfulness personally. I'm planning, or with video, but mindfulness is my thing. I think we all need teachers need this sort of support right now during the COVID time, and we need to deal with our fears, with our insecurities, and that's what this course provides. And I will keep coming back to it as long as you offer it. So,
well, I just want to say thank you, first of all. But Natasha and everyone, it's true, we all need this. It's going to be open for you to work on with my support, of course, but you'll be able to work on it at your own pace because of the situation right now, with everyone being off and on. Until the middle of the summer, 2022.
Wow.
So feel free to continue.
Thank you.
And the reason is it's a process. Learning to be mindful in what we do and learning about formal mindfulness and practicing is not a one-time thing. It's not 5 weeks, it's not 10 weeks, it's a lifetime. So hopefully you'll get as much as you can by the middle of the summer, and then join us next year in 2023. But keep on working, don't give up.
Yes, Thank you. Thank you. Great.
Okay, so if there aren't any more comments, we'll get to teaching EFL to young learners. And I know Judy's here. I just want to say a few words before Judy says anything, or Cheryl or Nevis, I don't know who's here. I want to say that this year was really, really special. And one of the reasons it was special, because of Judy and her insistence on the live online session. Participants were unsure at first, but they were very, very grateful. And I think that's what made teaching EFL to young learners so special this year. And it's going to be even more special next year. So join us. Judy?
Well, yeah, I was just really quickly. I had kept toying about whether or not to, but then, you know, I did it on a thing last year that I said, oh, let's do one live session. Let's see what happens. And everybody was just, they said they've never gotten so much then from the live sessions, because especially since everybody went online and we were all stuck online, and you know, as teachers of young learners, we're the least people to get any kind of support about what to do with these really young people. And I think I was really excited to see how much everybody grew in the session that they came in their live sessions, because they all came in like, I'm afraid and I'm timid. But by the time they were done, they were like, I'm going to talk to everybody and all my students, and I have no problem being online. And that was really nice to see. And I was really happy to see everybody come in there like that.
Mm.
What happens on teaching EFL to young learners is that it changes every year. It's never the same, even though the title is the same. So we keep changing, and next year we've got lots of changes that we're planning. But basically, it's about upcycled activities, and everybody was amazed with what we did this year, what Cheryl did this year, and also board games. So there are a lot of activities for everyone. But I think the idea of having a live online meeting where teachers are shocked by the fact that they were scared, and then that they were happy because Judy had made them feel better, but they were really scared. So think about it, these live online sessions, even though we've been doing them for 2 years, right? Most schools force teachers to do it. Teachers are not comfortable when it comes to these live sessions. So I think, Judy, next year we'll continue with this, and thank you for proving
it makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry, I'm butting in, but it makes a lot of sense because some of us are still teaching online.
Right.
I'm teaching online, for example.
That's true.
And a lot of teachers see online sessions as something that is less than, you know, less good than. Whereas I, in fact, think it's great. It's just different, you know.
Exactly.
So,
that was my point with the teachers is, you know, instead of thinking it as something you have to do what you normally do, think of it as a different kind of tool. Just like we found out a whiteboard was a different kind of tool, right? You know, you don't paint a painting with a marker the same way you paint it with an oil brush.
Yeah.
So it's just a new tool. And once they found out it was a cool new tool, they were having fun. They had a lot of fun. And I know somebody got upset because I was like, I can't record it because I want everybody to feel they're in a safe space. And that was important for me, that everybody was in a safe space, because it made everybody feel comfortable about trying. You know, even though they were shy and they were afraid, they were willing to try because they knew nobody else was good. They didn't have to show it to anybody, and nobody was going to judge them, which was kind of nice.
Thank you, Judy.
I would just like to add something that I'm really grateful for everyone's support. Hi, this is Pooja. Sorry.
We see your name.
We see you. Yeah. Hi, Pooja.
But we'd love to see you too, if you could, you know, if you don't mind. Or
can you see me?
Yes.
Yes, we'd love to.
So I'm very happy and I'm very thankful to everyone, whoever the mentors were, because the prompts and everything. I mean, I used to notice, like, I'm in India, so I used to just, you know, write down some questions that I had, and within, like, you know, a few hours, I would get the replies. which really helped me and really motivated me. And the second thing was, when you do it in your own pace, I think that's much better, because you understand things and you're not in so much of rush to complete things. So I'm really grateful for doing this course, and I would love to do it again. And
You're welcome.
thank you so much.
You were an amazing participant. I think Eldar, would you like to grab the mic?
Yes, I wanted to say about this course, teaching EFL to young learners. I want to say just that it was amazing. For me, just especially meetings with Judy Wong. She was very interesting woman and learned us about the intonation, reading, and how to bring a book to life with improvisation. It was very good to listen to her just lectures and complete the tasks for the week 4. And other weeks were also interesting with the Kahoot activities, walkie activities, and just recordings of my work of just upcycled classroom guide. I made it. And
you did. You made it.
Yes.
I just want to say that Eldar joined a bit late, but he worked on, I think you worked 24/7. That was amazing, just to get to the certificate. So the badges and the certificates do make a difference. Thank you, Eldar and Pooja.
Yes, okay, thank you too.
Yes. So this is then our last slide, and this is Christine Q. So Christine, can you tell us what happens in TESOL 2022? Yep.
So I hope everybody that is here and everybody that is listening to the recording will join us for TESOL March 22nd to the 25th. And that is, well, our sessions will be from Wednesday to Friday. And we're participating in TESOL as what we call Best of EVO 2022. And all 19 sessions will be represented. As you can see here, 15 will be live or synchronous, and 4 will be pre-recorded with Flipgrid. When you click on the link that I provided there, you will see the schedule. Everybody signed up for particular sessions, so that is how I scheduled the sessions on that link there. So please do click it. I can't do it right now. But I guess what we should do, Natasha, is share the slides so that these links can be live. And I can also, if I could share the screen, I could show it.
Nelly is in control of the.
No, actually, you can do it, Christine.
Yes.
Since you have
okay,
co-host rights.
Yes.
Okay, I have to navigate to it. I always have to click on the links first before I can get anything to happen here. So give me a second here. I'll have to find it.
Jane put a link into the Google Docs that so you could see, so anybody wants to see the slides, they could see the slides and have them active.
Okay, I might be able to do it now because I just clicked on it. I don't know, my computer is very finicky about this. So here we go.
So is mine. That's why Nelly is controlling the slides. Usually someone has to control the
Good
slides.
to have
for me.
Nelly doing these kinds of
Yes.
things.
Yes.
So here is the schedule. And if I could direct your attention to the bottom, there are 4 tabs. So the tab that we're on right now is the schedule. And you see the 15 live synchronous sessions scheduled there from Wednesday through Friday. And so the most that we have is 3 sessions sharing 1 time slot. It's always an hour time slot. So I'm going to send out more information about what to put into the presentation. The presentation should be about 10 to 15 minutes long with some questions and answers afterwards. But the CALIS will ask us, as they did last year, to have particular opening and closing screens. So those slides will be shared. I think I actually have them at the top. Link to opening and closing slides. Oh yes, those are from for 2022. So you can click on that link there and you can start preparing your presentation if you like. Then there is a link at the top to the overall EV schedule with all of the call interest section sessions scheduled there. Jane has been there as the incoming chair-elect for the call interest section. Jane was in charge of the academic session and the organization of the intersection sessions for the call IS. So that schedule is right there. We will have to promote this a little bit more, so we can do that later with us more. There is also a link there in cell F1 to the EV schedule with the electronic village. Now, mind you, we are the electronic village online. And this is, of course, where EVO got started, because the EV is, or used to be at least, on site at TESOL. And so when we started EVO back in 2000, we wanted to have an online presence, hence EVO, Electronic Village Online. So the draft website, which the EVO schedule will be part of, is there on that website. When you click it, the schedule is already there. But then the specifics, and I'm going to go to the bottom of the tabs here. Actually, I should look at the pre-recorded sessions quickly. So those are the 4 that decided to record into Flipgrid. And in Flipgrid, all presentations are limited to 10 minutes. So just to remind you, but the live sessions could go from 10 to 15. Then what I submitted to TESOL was the abstracts that everybody had put into their proposals, and thank you for reducing them to 50 words. So for the next iteration, I will make sure that from the get-go, they will be no more than 50 words. So those were submitted to the call interest section, and they will be showing up on the website for the call interest section. But then also for those panel sessions, we combined into one abstract. For the TESOL program book, we combined several abstracts into one to cover the three participants in a panel. So you see here, this is part of what the call interest section did. They put live and on demand. So on demand are the ones in Flipgrid. And then lastly, they asked me, as I asked the lead moderators, they wanted to have the email addresses for every participant, every moderator. So there they are. I submitted them. I've been very busy on that this past week. So it's all submitted and we're waiting to see it go up on the session site. So now I need to go back to the last part, but I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, except for, okay, there will be a YouTube channel. So if you cannot participate for whatever reason, we are limited on the platform to 100 people. So if we run over, you can participate through the YouTube channel, but we hope to see you at TESOL. It will be free, and that is very important. TESOL has agreed to host EVO participants for Best of EVO free. So we hope to see you there.
Excuse me, Christian. Do you mean to say that this YouTube channel will be available to everyone, even not TESOL participants?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yes. And long ago, I don't know, Valentina, if you know the history of EVO, it was very contentious about, you know, there were lots of efforts putting EVO under the TESOL hat, which would have made it for pay, but I and a lot of other people resisted that. So it has been free since our first sessions in 2001.
Well, thank you. I think we're open for questions, other questions. Natasha?
Let's see. Well, lots of thank yous, lots of nice things, but yeah, I just maybe one thing that I need clarification with, and maybe some other people, Christine, when you say free, you mean the electronic village platform, not the whole TESOL thing, right? Will be free for us.
Yes. So everything that is related to Best of EVO 22 will be free. I'm pretty sure, Natasha, that the electronic village sessions will also be free. Jane, if you have any more insight into that, I do know that the academic session that Jane coordinated and the interest section sessions, they will not be free because those are under the TESOL auspices, and so those will not be free.
Because they raised prices significantly compared to last year. And when I say significantly, I mean significantly. So
one thing I should mention, Natasha, that will be of great interest to everybody here. When you look at the TESOL membership, you may see at the beginning, you know, it's very expensive to join TESOL for 1 year. So I know, having paid the dues for TESOL for many, many years, it was $95, but no, for everybody here, because we have so many developing countries represented here, there is a special price. And you should look under the global membership. And that is, I just checked it recently, and I posted it in our session, our DBP session. It is $35.
Yeah.
So you should definitely consider joining TESOL for $35. And I'm trying to think if it is for 1 year or if that is for 2 years. I can't remember, but it's significantly less. Yes. And it should be affordable at $35. And it's definitely worth it.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'd like to ask everybody is to open their cameras so we get a photo.
Oh, yes.
So get your cameras ready for a photo shoot. And who's shooting? Who's our photographer? Mike, I think you're the professional, aren't you? Mike Entris?
Oh.
Aren't you?
Not really, but
I had
yeah.
this impression that you were our
There you are.
photographer.
Okay.
So let's
I
see.
can't have my camera on. I think it's not working. I
It's
don't
just
know
so
why.
many.
So many.
Yeah, that's like pages and pages. I got
Not
two
yet.
pages.
Really?
Yeah, fine.
You've got pages and
So
pages.
everyone, smile. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's one. One more, my next page. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Great.
Funny, I only see one page on mine.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I think I've got a
Mike,
small
I can
resolution.
see
If you've got a
some.
larger resolution, it'd be good to take a more
How do you
impressive.
get all in one page?
Yeah, how do you get to?
You've got
There
a
is
large
a-
resolution on your screen.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess not everybody opened theirs. Maybe that's
So
why.
perhaps Nellie, you should take it if you can, fit
Yeah.
Whoever's
everybody
got
in
the
one
one screen will
page.
be good, yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. Put on your best smile. Oh no, nobody's smiling. Wait a minute, do that again. Sorry.
I'm smiling.
Smile again.
I'm laughing now.
Okay, I got something. All right. Yeah, I got it.
Yay.
So thank you. See you at
Thank
the
you.
Best of EVO. And of
Yes.
course, next
Thank you
year.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
doing all
you.
this for
So
so
Thank
many
you so
years.
much.
It's really kind
Thank
of
you
you.
for all your
It was
hard work.
awesome. Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Another year,
Thank you.
many
Oh.
experiences. Thank you.
Yeah.
You.
For many, many years more. Yeah.
Without COVID.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We have to celebrate the 30th and the 40th,
40th.
right?
Oh my
Face to
gosh.
face.
Yeah.
Face to face.
Exactly.
Maybe in Greece or Italy
Yeah.
or somewhere in Europe.
Mm.